3 between HN, Chrono, Angel, and Willard. I'm Fury SK. Fran's going to be joining me in a moment, as some of you may have already just come over from his stream. Going to be quite the entertaining race here because we have a lot on the line as far as second place goes. We have 3 runners separated by 2 points, so anything could still happen for that second and final spot.
Most certainly can, and we are already underway with, is that a 51 rupee large secret?
It's pretty bad. And there goes HN 25 seconds in with the console issue. At least it's early.
Alright, we have level 3 over on Angel and Chrono's side.
Well, of all the people that have the issues, it's the guy that's absolutely 100% in. So, he can take as long as he wants to resolve that, and it won't really matter for him.
It just creates a little bit more drama for the other 3. Oh, does level 3... Okay, that was the floor heart that was held by one of the Gibdos there.
Doesn't look like there's a lot you can really do in there without a weapon, so not surprising to see Angel bail, and the rest are kind of shortly thereafter finding the same conclusion.
And welcome those in from SpeedGaming Portuguese. Alongside Fury SK, I'm Ferran Burgundy, and we've just started a Zelda 1 Randomizer race.
I'm actually really surprised HN got his large secret to save. Usually it wipes you out if you have that issue.
A little bit of gambling there on Willard's part. Gets up to 74 rupees. We've got the Take Any Roads on Angel's side. Willard going up to Vanilla First Quest 2.
Well, we eliminated one of the raft spots, which means, of course, the other raft spot must absolutely be required, because that's just how this game tends to troll. There will be an overworld block of something no matter what, whether that's the white sword item or one of the 9 dungeons.
Alright, so that was Vanilla First Quest 4 had the Any Road. Just adding that to my note sheet here.
Yep, you can add the bow to the note sheet as well, so that was underneath the Armos in the grave.
Angel going to pick up the letter here in Vanilla 6. Okay, and a 15 small secret, it looks like. Magical boomerang on the coast, we see here.
Looks like the vanilla prescription paper shop is where the wood sword is, so Looks like 3 of the 4 runners are going to have a decent shot at having their wood sword in the first 5 minutes here. HN may have to path back up there in a little while.
And 38 for the mid-secret here.
I think the runners are really going to be hunting the wood arrow shop at this point. We want to go ahead and grab that combat, since I don't see the Pole's voice in the overworld at this point. It would lead me to believe that you're going to have a added bonus with that bow and arrow combination in the dungeons. And the 38 mid-secret will, for the most part, cancel out the bad large secret. There's going to be a lot more of those medium secrets available.
So while not a poverty seed, it's not exactly flowing. It's just kind of making ends meet.
Yep, thankfully there are 3 of those large secrets, so you're still going to get over 150 rupees across the 3 of them. Should be enough to buy some keys if you need it. Wood arrows shouldn't be too hard to come by, bait, the usual.
Eight gen now with the wood sword as well.
Yeah, Willard took a little bit of a bad death in the northeast there, and it's going to push him pretty far away from his wood sword, but he could still find the wood arrow shop if he's lucky down here, and that'll give him enough combat to get through a lot of these dungeon enemies.
Angel, meanwhile, getting kind of double-teamed by the Beamos, and I'm pretty sure those are Gibdos that look to be Yeti-type sprites from Dragon Warrior 4. Very timely clock.
Yeah, had a bit of a question on the labeling of the dungeons. There's a couple of settings on the miscellaneous tab. So if you see the layer 3, for example, that's somebody that's decided to randomize their dungeon naming. So instead of the vanilla level, they could have layer, they could have stage, they could have whatever. I think it kind of stays the same across everybody. It doesn't randomize per individual, so it'll always be 1. So like you see, for example, HN has layer 6 that he just found, so everybody that's randomized should have the same thing as their title.
And 8gen gonna take a dig here in 6.
Yeah, at the start of the tournament, this was an unconventional play. Now it's more or less 6 is a good place to maybe get some keys, because there's going to be a lot of rooms available to you most of the time when you enter Dungeon 6. Unfortunately, with extra bosses flags on, also means a lot of extra bosses, in this case Gliok.
We see a Gliok on one side, Aquamentus on the other, and oh, that Aquamentus was blocking a white sword in level 3.
Yeah, pretty likely that Chrono will be able to get past that Aquamentus at some point here, just has to find the right room. Meanwhile, I don't know if you saw the map of that 6, it was pretty ugly.
I guess it was it was so ugly. How ugly was it that pretty much immediately noped out of level 6? And oh, now as I'm looking at the replay, yeah, that is segmented. That is double segmented.
Yep, 3 sets of staircases. The original one that appears in Vanilla 6, and then 2 more because of 2 segments. So it's a whole lot of note for 8 Gen, unsurprising.
That is 30 rooms that I would definitely rather not see unless I absolutely had to.
Looks like Chrono's going to clear out this Gliok. He has Sword Beam, so it makes some sense. It's really only going to pay off in terms of the compass in this case, though. May want to consider skipping by that room otherwise. As we found wood arrows, Willard cannot afford just yet, but if he gets a 5 or drop off of something, he will be able to afford that, I think.
A little zigzaggy here is level 3, 17 rooms, 1 below vanilla.
Looks like we found level 1 on the southern bomb coast. Probably something HN is interested in digging just because it's going to be one of the smallest dungeons available to him. It's going to have 2 items, one on the floor, hopefully not guarded by wizards for his sake, or for our sake, hopefully it is. And then one on the staircase.
Well, the whiz robes in 1 certainly makes it a little less desirable.
It looks like the room above the one he's in right now is... no, a couple above, I think. It's really hard to see with his... ooh, we have silvers, I can see those. So say it's not too far above where he's at in this dungeon. So this gives you free bow and silvers. So if the ladder's somewhere convenient and we get lucky with finding the overworld blocking item first, then this could be a really fast one.
Given that this is my 4th race called today, I would not be against that.
Looks like Chrono's having a little bit of fun now with this enemy set in 3.
Fun is certainly one way to put it, as we see level 4 at the burn bush just above the Lost Woods.
If you want
Boss
some...
Garden a key.
Oh, we found the Triforce in this 6. So, lucky for Angel, unlucky for us, we don't get to see a lot more of this troll fest that is a triple segment 6. Unless there's an important item in there somewhere. Maybe we'll get lucky with that.
Yeah, perhaps the raft that you said is more than likely going to block one of the levels, or perhaps the white sword item.
Looks like level 3's Triforce room is evil enough that the runners aren't too interested in it yet. There is a bit of tech you can use in that room. You can go ahead and just take the like and get eaten by it, and then you can't get hit by the wizard beams anymore until you get take care of the like that you got eaten by. So allows you to take some free swings at the blue wizards as it's passing by until you're about to kill your like.
Oh, there's our white sword item, and it's at the base of the waterfall. And 4 hearts not enough for the wand.
A lot of offense available. You know, see HN using some door strats with these blue whiz robes. This is one of the least favorable rooms for this door strat, though, so I'm not sure how long he's going to continue trying to work this one out. Willard, meanwhile, tried to get back into the wood arrow shop. Not so lucky.
Like, was able to take one of them out. Oh. Alright, goes over, grabs the heart for a little bit of support, and now we've got level 5 on Willard's side, and that is at Vanilla First Quest 8.
All fail. So, the regular boomerang did not leave its vanilla dungeon, it just happened to transport itself from the floor item in 1 to the staircase item.
Yeah, that was definitely a focal point in a race that I'd called earlier with none other than the Greenleaf effect.
Yep, Eat My Steel did exactly what he should have done. I don't blame him.
I leave no opinion to it, although I can certainly see the entertainment value as level 1's Triforce picked up here by 8gen. Floor Heart in level 5 is ladder blocked. And we have the book as the staircase item in 5.
Yep, that's pretty favorable for Willard. You can get in there and get a book out of this without even having his repeatable sword. You gotta hope Willard
goes up as well.
Yeah, you gotta hope Willard gets up here to the prescription paper shop again. If he doesn't get up there this time, it's going to be an even bigger struggle for him to make up his point deficit. So again, he's sitting on 3. It's Mario Kart scoring. First place gives you 4, and the worst, I think he's basically got to win this almost to really have a good chance to get back in this. Because his time is not set up so well for him because of a rather unfortunate game 2, so he's going to have to win by quite a large margin if he just has a 2-point spread on Angel and 1 on Chrono.
As I'm quickly kind of crunching things here, if Willard were to take first place overall in this race, 8gen second, Angel third, and Chrono fourth, that would allow 8gen and Willard to advance. Willard would have 7 points, Angel and Chrono would have 6, and 8gen would have 11.
Well, Willard now has the wood sword, so he's got something to work with. As any keys in 8, he's going to really have to pick up the pace, as 8gen's getting a couple of nice items out of some of these dungeons already.
And is trying to fish out that item as the Triforce has already been seen. based on what we've seen thus far, it looks like our blocked level or levels could be at least one of level 2, 7, and or 9.
Looks like Chrono's using the reset strats of this room to get the primary enemy down to a red dark nut as opposed to some blue dark nuts, so it'll improve his clear speed as HN finds the other item in 8. So now any key and red ring in 8 gives him 2 really useful items for dungeon clearing.
Angel now exploring level 1. As 8gen picks up the level 8 Triforce.
So Chronos had enough of this 6. Bit unfortunate that he couldn't find the item with the extra time he spent in this dungeon looking for it, but probably a good call to go ahead and bail for the moment. Maybe go back to the first segment if you're going to get the Triforce out of the second segment.
At this point, from what we've seen, it's more likely going to be a necessary or at least preferred item than not. As still at large, we have the raft, the recorder, the power bracelet. At least one of those is going to be required, and the ladder, which is certainly an ideal find.
Well, you
Angel picking
know,
up the silvers.
it's, this is pretty interesting. We actually, by process of elimination, already know what's going to be in level 9. Because the ladder, the raft, the recorder, and the power bracelet all cannot be a 9. There's only 2 items left.
So the Coast Heart and the Red Candle, by process of elimination, would have to be a 9.
Yep. And here is the raft in 6. Alright, we spent this time digging out this raft. I think it's time to go see if it was the dungeon blocking item. And there's a mugger in 6, and Willard going to give the money as opposed to the life.
Angel, meanwhile, back in 1 to take a look for that other item.
Probably has a pretty good idea of where it's going to be.
Oh, nice threading of the P-hat needle there on Chrono's side.
Alright, what do we got on this raft spot? Nothing but
Oh,
disappointment.
it's hints. So the raft does not appear to be required. We see a bomb pickup on Angel's side, 8gen working on a Patra. But Chrono using the any road with the raft to a slight advantage in terms of travel. There's a take any with the pickup of the blue candle.
Yeah, interesting enough, HN hasn't even picked up a candle yet, but he's gotten a lot of dungeon knowledge taken care of, so it doesn't look like there's a ton blocked by candle. Oh, never mind. 4 is candle blocked, so apparently he does have it. Never mind.
Willard picking up the Triforce in level 6. Now take any's just seem to be popping up all over here. Or at least in rapid succession. And welcome in those of you along with the raid from SpeedGaming 2. Alongside Fury SK, I'm Farhan Burgundy. We are here in the midst of a Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament race here for 2022. This is race 3 of 3 as we have the ladder here in level 4 as 8gen picking up.
So what that tells us is we have a dungeon outstanding that nobody has seen yet. More than likely Death Mountain.
And 5 does look to be enough as far as the number of hearts required to pick up the white sword item, the wand.
That's a rather interesting looking 8 that HN managed to find his way through pretty quick.
And now that we see the map of it, yeah, that is a little sprawled.
Runners could opt to skip this dungeon's items and they'd still end up okay, but definitely going to be happy to see the Iniki. We'll see if Angel keeps digging for the second item now, or if that's enough for him to say, okay, I don't want to explore the remaining X amount of rooms in this dungeon.
8gen picking up the magical boomerang. I think that's more for the purpose of the ladder clip here. For the screen scroll. Those blue dark nuts a little much here for Chrono. As Angel takes out a Goma with the silver arrow.
Let's see how quickly HN disposes of this level 3 Triforce room. He's probably going to assume it's a staircase item, but Reverse C in level 3 has a drop in the center in the vanilla game, so it sometimes takes properties from the vanilla game and adds them in here, and that's what we're going to see with the Triforce down here. Trying to use the room priority. It looks like the blue Wizrobe was at least second in the prio. Was it number 1? No, Pancake was.
Now Chrono grabbing the ladder as 8gen picks up the Triforce in level 3.
Yeah, a bit of a Y-Force, but I think it was a room that really wasn't that big a deal to get Y-Forced in. Chrono with the ladder and the Triforce out of the level 4, so we'll be able to move on to the next target.
This room is just brutal here for Angel.
Yeah, definitely wants to clear it. It has something useful potentially on the pathing through it. The Armos that has the bow is the Grave, so it's the most out of the way of the Armos in this match. It's the one Armos that Chrono has not seen yet. Probably going to be pretty disappointed that he didn't get there for the first 35, 36 plus minutes. Angel, meanwhile, took the Triforce with the intentions of using the extra health to help get through this room.
Certainly doing a good bit of damage tanking, but is able to take care of it and ends up getting a transport staircase for the troubles.
Looks like Angel saw that room that he was getting trolled by, which had the spiral staircase, led to not a whole lot of progression in this 8. Willard's back in this 3 looking for the item. He's looking for some progression still. Needs a ladder and an overworld blocker cleared.
Jen picks up the book, gets some cartography as well as literacy.
It looks like Angel was out of bombs and potentially out of rooms to progress through in that level 8. So we'll see if that red ring being left in level 8 comes back to haunt him a little bit as far as getting through the seed.
Willard does get the item in level 3, the White Sword offensive upgrade, and immediately up A's and gets on out of there.
Willard does have the ability to make up time, especially with the wand, since none of the other runners have gotten back there to this point. So it's extra clear speed in non-Wizrobe dungeon rooms.
You said that there was a likelihood of 2 or 7 being up in Death Mountain. We'll see if Angel heads in that direction.
It's just a guess that there might be a dungeon up there based on the fact that the runners have been clearing quite a bit of this overworld outside of Death Mountain so far. But one of 2 or 7 has to be accessible. And it's going to have either the flute or the power bracelet, and that will be the overworld blocking item.
Corona picking up the silvers in 1. Willard also in 1 at the moment. Angel now into level 4 as 8gen is in 6.
Yep, so this is probably going to be a dive for the item and the Triforce for 8gen. At this point, he's kind of running out of dungeons to be able to clear that he has knowledge of. And he knows at least one of them is going to be blocked, potentially 2 as far as he knows. This dungeon item in 6 could be the one blocking 2 dungeons, 1 dungeon. You don't know yet. So from his perspective, he's got to clear it probably. We know it's not going to help. I suppose it's plausible that level 9 actually is the overall block dungeon 2. So we might have 2 dungeons blocked, and 9 might be one of those.
It certainly is possible. We have not seen level 9 as of yet.
We're now going to be able to listen to this lovely Gliok for the next little while, as Angel's going to be at least 2 or 3 screens away from a cave that'll get rid of it.
Or maybe a little bit longer. There we go.
Looks like we have the vanilla bomb upgrade amount. And Willard can see his silvers on the floor. Being a little bit cautious in this room. Don't think it's super necessary, as Chrono now has the wand, so he's caught up on combat as far as offense is concerned. Although I suppose he doesn't have the bow yet.
Well, here we go. There is 7.
This map looks like a fun time.
That certainly is one way to describe it.
Jen gets the raft out of this level 6. We'll check the raft spot and realize it's not what he's looking for.
"28 rooms here in level 7, and boy are they spread out." Willard says no to the wooden boomerang in 1. Angel, meanwhile, says yes to the Triforce in 7. Jen getting a potion from the Candle Row Take Any.
Yeah, with red ring and white sword, there's no real reason to go chasing magical sword. Just take the potion, since it's likely to be better utility for you.
So there is level 3's Triforce picked up on Chrono's side. And to answer the question in chat, so these standings, this is race 3 out of a best of 3, as we have the power bracelet picked up by Angel in 7. So the parentheses next to the respective runners' names is how many points they've had after the first 2 races. The points are awarded 4 points for first place, 3 points for second, 2 points for third, and 1 point for fourth. And after this third and final race, the 2 players with the highest number of points will advance in this bracket stage. And we have level 2 found for Angel. It is a power bracelet block.
The question in chat now is, what is the time difference between Angel and Chrono? To be blunt, if Angel ties Chrono in this race, Angel wins, because Chrono's time will be worse. So Chrono has to outright beat him in terms of point total in order to advance as the second person in this group. Yep, so this level 2 will have the flute. It may be worth digging. There are potential for dig dogger blocks, so it's definitely something to consider. Although apparently he's already picked it up and we just missed it.
I mean, in fairness, it would blend in right with the color scheme of the level.
Yeah, well, I'm partially blind as it is, so the color scheme didn't help me much on that one. The math, for those who may wonder how Willard's math looks, if Willard does not get first place in this based on the time differentials, he will be eliminated. So Willard will have to stage a comeback in terms of the Triforce deficit in this race and get into 9 and find Ganon and Zelda before anybody else to have a shot. At that point, we can start looking at math further.
With Angel getting level 2's Triforce, looks to be pretty well in the proverbial catbird seat here.
Wheeler gets the Triforce in 7. I'm not sure if he saw the power bracelet yet. He's leaving, so hopefully he picked it up and we just didn't see it.
Oh, and there's level 9.
So just the one power bracelet dungeon block. And that was level 2.
And that looked to be a 52-room level 9 once we get that far. And there's the 8th and final Triforce here for Angel.
Yep, so it looks like Angel's going to have the lead into 9 at minimum, though I don't know that he has been up to the western side of Death Mountain to be able to see level 9 yet. I personally only saw Willard up in that general vicinity.
Looks like Angel, having the power bracelet, is going to be checking all those power bracelet spots first. Yes, the magical sword was behind a burn bush just to the northeast of the vanilla start. And that concludes that Angel does indeed have the recorder.
Well, at least level 2 is up in the grave, so if and when Angel decides that he wants to dig Death Mountain for level 9, he'll have an easy way up there.
In fact, here is the magical sword. Is 11 enough? It is not.
Worth noting that Chrono is potentially pretty close in terms of progression to Angel. Willard, meanwhile, does get his ladder out of 4, so that should potentially help him get to the Power Bracelet in 7 now as well.
So that concludes all of the hidden checks, as Recorder Lake was just a potion shop. Gem picks up the power bracelet and is immediately upping and getting on out of there.
So 54... looks like 54 for 47 speed for Angel FM as far as the entry to level 9. HN right behind him, but needs to go find level 2 first. And smartly, after finding level 9, HN turns around to check power bracelet spots because he knows that that is the last thing that cannot be blocked on the overworld as far as dungeons go. And apparently Zelda is not hiding too terribly far in this level 9.
Yep, we have found the kidnapped already. At least where the door to which the kidnapped is locked behind. And we have a roar.
Well, this
and just like that, here's the dragon... Or no, this is not the Dragon Lord. Here's Necrosaro.
Just a prank, apparently. Oof.
Oh, but gets bopped. The Alethgard driver.
And Don't look now, but I think Angel's probably only going to have 1 or 2 more cracks at this before Agent's in there, potentially looking to steal this race away. It won't mean anything in terms of results. Angel FM does not have to win any tiebreakers here. Angel has a health buff this time, so 2 drivers and a fireball worth of health. Got fairly lucky to take the fireball instead of the driver there, but it won't matter with that stun mod. So with that, we're going to have a GG here momentarily for Angel FM, finishing first and guaranteeing their spot in the next round. Looks like the official time was 58:07.
Just a hair over 3 minutes in level 9, pretty quick. And there is Angel FM. GG, congratulations on the first place and the advancement into the next round of the tourney. He's speechless.
It just means we have time to poke fun at him.
We'll do no such thing, because I will get it in more than kind, considering the Dragon Warrior Randomizer race that I had just barely completed prior to the start of this. So Angel working on getting the setup taken care of here. Willard and Chrono both in level 7. Chrono about to pick up the power bracelet.
Alright, am I coming through now?
Yes, you most certainly are.
Yay, Windows Update.
Yay, Windows Update indeed.
So GG's and congrats on the advancement into the next round.
Thank you. My heart was beaten through that level 9. Especially too, like, I get through level 7, find the bracelet, get through level 2. Oh, let me check all these spots real quick, and then level 9's like right next to level 7. Great.
You had found the power bracelet well ahead of everybody else, so the majority of the exploration was being done still while you were working on those various blocked spots. And
yeah, I mean, I knew I had to find something, so that's the reason why I continue to dive 7, because either way I'm going to have to go back to 6 if I have to find something, or if I have to go back to 8 to find something.
And with that, here's Ganon, which I was thrown off still as it initially announced here was Necrosaro. I didn't recognize what it was until after it showed up. I was like, oh, that's... As I'm trying to figure it out, 8gen already dispatching of Ganon. Level 2 Triforce picked up by Chrono here. And 8gen going to take second place with an official race time of 1:02:33. And that officially advances both of you. So now you've got a head-to-head 3-race matchup coming up with 8gen.
Hooray.
So you sound about as enthused as I was earlier playing that Dragon Warrior Randomizer race.
Well, I mean, this just gives me a chance to, try to get some revenge from the 2020 random percent tournament. So,
If you want real enthusiasm, here's the guy to give it to you. 8gen's in the booth.
What up?
Well, if you're going to pick a race for your NES to go bork for a couple minutes, why not a race where it doesn't matter?
Yeah, that was fun.
At least it was only 2 minutes. Angel didn't need it.
Yeah, good game, by the way.
Yeah, I think the story of the seed was really just... I almost want to say it was just the amount of rooms cleared on either side, give or take.
Yeah, I did a lot of full clearing.
I think level 6, the raft in there was the only thing that Angel didn't dig that everybody else dug, and that gap of time was probably enough to make it happen.
Yeah, that's fair. I knew at that point I needed something, so I needed to dig.
Yeah, from your perspective, it wasn't that big of a misplay. It wasn't misplay at all. It was just you made the choice. The choice in this case didn't work out.
yeah, once I saw the Triforce in 6, I'm like, I'm coming back for this triple segment at 6. No, thank you.
And it turned out to be the raft and was inconsequential.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been that one raft spot where we started at, but, taking one out from the any roads helped.
And it was just some hints.
Yeah, at that point I had no recorder, no raft, no power bracelet. So I knew I needed to dig something.
Yeah, we had level 9 knowledge as commentators and trackers and viewers at like the 30-minute mark, because all we had left was red candle, red heart, the heart container, and ladder, raft, recorder, and power bracelet across all runners, as far as our 6 items left on the board. So it's kind of a weird progression seed.
I had some bad deaths in there too, even before I got the red ring, but it is what it is.
Yeah, there were a couple bad deaths across the board that I was seeing. I think Angel had a few that were regrettable and a few that were just painful, no matter what you were doing. That room in 8, for example.
Yeah. I don't know, it's a good seed. I still don't have a sub-hour on any of these flags, so one day it'll happen.
Don't look now, though. We have quite the race developing for third place here. We have both Willard and Chrono in 9. Chrono's now seen Zelda's door and is probably going to be in the general vicinity of where Ganon's at here, so looks like Chrono might get it, but you never know.
All it takes is one turn, a zig instead of a zag, and next thing you know, you're heading into a completely different portion of 9, and with these, 52 different rooms, it doesn't take much.
Worth noting that Willard has the red ring, Chrono does not. Willard has the map via the book, Chrono does not. So, two big things that would potentially help Chrono dig out this 9, know where to go, and potentially not get drivered and die or hit by whatever other enemies are in here.
Yeah, with the map, you could at least kind of tell where to go, and the dungeon lets you go enough places that you could cross off enough rooms at a time. So by the time I got to the upper portion, you already knew where Ganon was. You just had to find how to get there.
Yep. Kills the room with the map, so cross that off the list, and we'll know to kind of bomb over in this direction. I think this will kind of lead you there.
Yeah, if he keeps going down, he's gonna find him. I don't know. I think I played pretty well. My routing was a little bit weird, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel that way too. Like I didn't go anywhere directly. Like I decided to go check the Grave Arma spot really early, since we had the any roads, and happily turned out to be the bow. But I didn't just take any real route. I just go somewhere, stop, restart, and then just go a different direction after that.
Yeah, I burned Candle Row in the forest, second to last, and then did Death Mountain. That's how weird my routing was, and it was kind of because of the any roads, but it's also, well, there's a dungeon, and there's a dungeon, and there's a dungeon.
Chrono does a fairly good job of stun locking Ganon, and I think is going to be finishing up here momentarily, as Willard now has Zelda's location, so I actually think Willard won't be that far away either. Yeah, this should be quite the entertaining match. Best of 3 between the two of you. I think it can easily come down to just routing on the overworld and whose route pays off with the most goodies.
That should be the flavor description of this particular flag set. I was just really hoping Ganon wasn't in that one room under the 9 that you had to find the staircase for.
That's what I was wondering it was going to happen too. I decided to check the bottom right first, and then I'm like, okay, well, hopefully he's not going to be in that little upper right portion.
And Willard now taking the route into this room and probably bombing. Bombing right first, but I think as long as this isn't a staircase that takes you far away, you should be alright. And you can bomb down too, so that should do it.
And there we go.
Fred has to have some sort of probability chance for Ganon to pop into his own room, because it happens so often.
Well, I mean, there are a good chunk of rooms eliminated, so it's reasonable that this would happen more often than, say, Zelda's situation.
That is fair. Hey, Chrono, good game.
Hey, GG.
Willard taking the potion, since the pattern's trolling just a little bit. It looked like Ganon might be a little bit off tile, although Willard is kind of swinging spots that probably wouldn't net you a Ganon strike most of the time, so kind of a mix of issues there, but we got it.
Yeah, he admittedly said he needs to work on his Ganon fight.
Yeah. Doesn't help when it's a half tile off on him, though.
Yeah, that is definitely fun. Well, good news, Angel. I'm on vacation next week.
I guess that's just what I want to hear, huh?
Well, this makes it really easy for us to schedule matches.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were going to be out for vacation. That's why I was thinking.
Oh, no.
Nope, he's going to be at home with a bunch of kids running around screaming, so he's going to have a headache and you're going to have a free win.
Pretty much.
Sounds like a fun vacation, huh?
Sounds like Chrono knows all too well.
Yeah. Maybe the
1:12:07, the official time for Willard here, finishing up.
There's not a lot of separation as far as this race goes, though. I mean, what was it? Maybe in and around 14 minutes between first and fourth. So
14 minutes exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. But good time by Angel. Get first place. I needed 8 gen to beat Angel.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, you let me down. I hope your vacation sucks.
You're not the first.
GG's, fellers.
Hey, good game, Willard.
GG's.
Man, I needed something other than Raph to be in 6 to feel good about this one.
Oh, yeah, I did that too. That was
Yep.
a lot of time for nothing.
I'm just, man, every time I put off 8, it's always like any key in Red Ring super stupid early. I think that happened in like twice in this tourney in the bracket stages, and I even went and bought arrows this seed. Well, I was about to buy arrows from Vanilla 1 start and then go back to 8. But I died to a Lionel, a sharpshooter, so. And then I did everything else instead. But that's how it goes.
yeah, I kind of got sniped in 2 unfortunate spots. Once near an arrow shop and once near the vanilla letter cave where the wood sword was. Put you at a small deficit early. You did have the wand before anybody else, so we thought maybe the white sword and wand combination would get you caught up a little bit, and it did, just not quite enough to catch Chrono. And then Angel did not dig 6, and that was the race winner pretty much, so kind of
Yeah. That'll do
unsurprising
it.
there.
Yeah, that 6 was pretty.
It was chunky.
I saw that early because I was gonna dig 6. I'm like, all right, let's do this. And then I got a map and I died, and I'm like, nope, see you later.
It's one of those dungeons where it makes or breaks. If it's raft and it's required, then Angel's in a whole lot of trouble as far as advancing. If it's raft and not required, and you have to go somewhere else for your required item, then Angel advances fairly easily. So it could have gone either way. Went in Angel's favor.
It didn't help that one of the take any caves or connectors or whatever kicked you out at Vanilla 4. So when I saw the raft, I was like, great, one spot. And then at the tail end, I checked 1 extra room and 2 and found the recorder, and I was like, man, just put something behind a dig dogger in 9 just to give me something, but no.
Yeah, I don't
But
want
honestly, a 112 for me is especially for getting pretty much every item in the game aside from what's in 9 is like my 3rd best time in this journey overall. So I can't be too upset about that.
Hope you got through the first group stage and just ran into someone who's been in the top 2 or 3 of a lot of these tournaments, and someone who's been really good at this game for the last year or so now that I've watched him. So kind of got put in the Buzzsaw group, although I don't think there's really a group in this second round of groups that's that easy to get through. So it's definitely one of those where you got to get a little bit of luck and have a little bit of improvement, and you got a little bit of the improvement, just maybe not the luck that you needed.
Yeah. I mean, getting to this far in the tourney was my ultimate goal, so I'm leaving satisfied. I did what I wanted to accomplish, so anything else would have just been extra icing on the cake. So GG's to all y'all. Y'all are great. Thanks for putting on a swell tourney. I'll be sure to watch how the rest of this unfolds. It's very fun to watch.
Yep. GG, it was fun racing you.
Yep, GG's all. Congrats. 8gen and Angel. I'll be rooting
Yeah.
you guys on.
Better go all the way.
Yeah, if I'm going to
Mhm.
lose, it better be to the person who wins the tournament.
Ooh, GG's. I'm outie. See ya.
Yep.
Well,
See you,
with
gentlemen.
with F1, there is another race still ongoing. It's fairly late into that race, in fact, over on, I think, SpeedGaming 3, if I got it right. So might be the place to be here in the next couple minutes to see who gets kind of the driver's seat of that group, so to speak.
Yeah, I believe that's over at Speed Gaming 3, and we'll certainly head on to that. And with this being the fourth race of the day that I've called, I have a pillow that is anxiously awaiting me here.
Yeah, I didn't have quite the commentary day that you had, but I had the early morning doubleheader tournament race for my tournament life because we had somebody from Europe, so definitely looking forward to the pillow as well. But I'm going to catch the rest of that match before I go to bed, I think.
Right, sounds good there. Make sure to give our runners a follow as well as the folks behind the scenes here.
Yep.
I believe it was Kairos taking care of the tracking for this particular race.
Yep, solo tracking, always fun. But Kairos is the man to do it with all the weekly experience where he's got the commentary and the 4-person tracking that he's got to do. So definitely proved how strong he is at tracking in this one.
It's an unenviable task to be sure. So thank you again. We'll head on over to Speed Gaming 3 for all of us here in the Speed Gaming Networks. For my broadcast partner, Fury SK, I'm Ferran Burgundy saying until next time, stay classy, my friends, and more importantly, stay safe. So long.